All right. Welcome back to another round of Civilization 7. This time I did not forget to change the title and the tags and the game I'm actually playing. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Now there's like a 10-second stream for the following week on there. Whatever. Anyway, we have finished the last Civ event with Trung Truck in the modern age, with her being the last achievement that I needed for now. I can only assume there will be more in the future. I feel a little more open as to who and which civilization I want to play, and as at least one of my, if not my favorite leader, as of right now at least, until the developers decide to nerf her to oblivion again. Not again, technically they haven't nerfed her, but like, nerf her to oblivion flat. I decided I want to play an Isabella game. Plus, it's actually been quite a while since the last time I've played Isabella here on stream. Probably doesn't feel like a while because I regularly play her when I just play for my own. But it has been a while. I believe the last, if I'm not mistaken, the last time I've played her was the 1 year special game that I made, or that I played for my 1 year streaming anniversary, that is. And so I guess like a normal just a game with her, I wanted to do it. So let's take a little look at what Isabella can do. We gain 100 gold per age every time we discover natural wonder, and this is doubled if the natural wonder is in the distant land. Now hopefully we will get a wonder start. This time I have not re-rolled the map to guarantee myself a wonder start, so there's always the option that I don't get one. And I seem to be a little unlucky with Isabella and don't get a natural wonder start pretty frequently. I still get enough wonder starts to make me absolutely believe that she has a natural wonder bias, but sometimes I feel like people say this bias is bigger than I can attest to that. But yeah, we'll see if I get a wonder, and if so, what wonder. We also get 50% tile yields from natural wonders for every natural wonder in your empire, so we will try to beeline natural wonders. We are playing on a huge continents and islands map, so there hopefully are quite a few. We also gain 50% gold towards purchasing naval units and -1 gold maintenance for naval units. This might come in handy for the later, like for the exploration age, although I might need to play her on an archipelago map at some point and really utilize her naval bonuses. But I didn't figure that one out until I just read it. For the empire that I wanted to go for, I want to go for the Han Empire. Mostly for one thing, we'll get to that soon. For now, the abilities of the Han Empire is the capital and new towns gain an additional population with their first growth event, and 30% production towards constructing the Weijiang Palace. This right here is why I wanted to go for the Han Empire. And then, spoiler alert, if I don't mess that up, we'll go for the Ming Empire in the Exploration Age, because I wanted to build a great and awesome wall. Wait, that makes me sound like a douche. I wanted to build the Great Wall, and I wanted to see how much culture and happiness I can get out of this wall. And I want to see how many wall segments I can stack together, which probably also means that we might not be able to snipe that many wonders, because when you go for many natural wonders, that is, you tend to spread out your cities, and I kind of want them close together, like the third rings are touching. To get a wall as long as possible, and in return, therefore, as much culture and happiness as possible. We also get a unique ranged unit, which has a zone of control and a higher defense strength and 5 combat strength when attacking adjacent units. And we also gain a unique great person with 1 charge that can only be trained in the capital with at least 10 population, and well, the specific great person's random. Given that the Han doesn't have a unique district, you can actually not have that on unlocked with a unique district. I try to not forget about the Shidafu. I'd be interested in seeing what they can do. I might be preoccupied building great walls. We could also get an influence on science buildings, as well as an influence on happiness buildings, and 1 science from specialists. We'll see how much we'll use that. And I mean, I am playing Isabella. And, yeah, I guess you could also go for the extra gold maintenance for naval units, but realistically, at least when it comes to my games, there's only really 2 mementos that you kind of want to have as Isabella. And that is 2 gold per age on natural wonders and 2 happiness per age on natural wonders. Because as of right now, like I said, that might change. I don't know what the devs have planned for Isabella. But as of right now, this stacks with her 50% tile yield. So, yeah, that's quite a lot of early gold and happiness. But let's no longer wait around and see. Did we in fact spawn near a natural wonder? Now I do have the 100 gold and I do have the wonder here, and I do believe that this looks like the Great Barrier Reef. We will have one hell of a science start. My goodness. Now, the most unfortunate thing about the Great Barrier Reef is that this is actually improved by an expedition base. Imagine the Great Barrier Reef with a harbor and a being upgraded by not an expedition base but by a fishing boat, and then having a harbor, which we, by the way, definitely want to get, and a fishing quay, and the Hamong Amaui, which I have actually no idea where I wanted to put that one yet. I do definitely want to settle in place, I assume. So we could technically like get it up there, for example. We could just where is it there? We could technically Great Wall all the way around here if that is a good, like if that is does connect. It's something to keep in mind. Although we would have potentially problems to getting around. We'll see, but that's for now. Anyway, what was I saying? Imagine the Great Barrier Reef getting fishing boats instead of expedition base, and then getting upgraded by the fish boat pantheon, by both the harbor and the fishing quay and the Hamonga Maui. The amount of everything you would get from that is absolutely insane. Now we get 2 signs on adjacent marine terrain, which technically means that I probably really don't want to build the harbor here, truth be told. It might be difficult to build somewhere else though. That's the problem. If that wine wouldn't be here, we could easily place it here. We might get a Colossus, or say, for example, the Colossus here. Maybe there's something we can build. And then we potentially could build it around here. I'll keep that in mind. I don't know if that will work. I would like the Colossus. And with the amount of science we should get, we might not have that many problems. That wall might be a little problematic. Is that the... I would assume, though, that this is the... I mean, that would give us the most amount of marine terrain around the Wonder. So, yeah. Kind of wish those camels weren't there, but yeah. We definitely will settle in place. And, I mean, look at these tiles already. And we get... don't forget, we are playing as Han. So, where is it? We do get an additional population with our first growth event. Meaning, once we grow, we can immediately lock in 2 of those tiles. Now, we will go scout. I would like... say, for example, like a Grano... No, that's not... No, that was a fishing quay, wasn't it? Like a granary, for example, here we could maybe go saw pit and brickyard, like so. We have not much building opportunities. I would like the Great Stele. That one would need to go there then. And I think that is pretty much all we can... If we could build the Great Stele here, that would be a good culture, but we could also... we could also science here. We might want science buildings, so this probably has... we might not do the wall. Although then again, if we build the Great Wall, we shouldn't have any problems culture-wise. But yeah, I would like to see around here a little bit. If we could get... Nah, we can't get to that just yet. I don't think I need the harbor right away. I would love to go to its currency though. I will get a second scout. I'm currently more and more playing with the idea to only go for a 2 scout opener and then into like a granary, for example, to get like the key HS infrastructures out of the way. With Isabella, I might go quadruple scout to find the wonders I want to see. I do want to see around here a little bit. Yeah, unfortunately, we could. I mean, we could build a little bit here. That is still open. And yeah, we do want to get the Great Barrier Reefs, because as we can see with Isabella, that is immediately 3 food, 3 gold, 3 science, and 6 happiness per tile. So we are already we're up at 16 science per turn. Got a healthy chunk of gold. The food will help us grow even quicker to get even more of these tiles. So all in all, I think I am quite happy. And I want to click on here. Thank you very much. Now we can't yet cross oceans. That might be we might want to. I mean, I guess we will eventually get sailing once we go to writing and currency. We'll send you down that direction. Oh, there is a city-state. That might be a problem. We might not get a sweet little Great Wall around here anyway. Because the city-state is right where I would have loved to settle. I mean, we could befriend and incorporate the city-state. That would work quite well. Unfortunately, we can't. There's an iron resource right there. That will help not at all. But we could, maybe if there's enough room, we could circle around. Although there is a rice resource, I believe. So that would end this wall anyway. So we might not give Chang'an a wall. Potentially. Do I want another scout? Do I want to go for a brickyard? We don't have production. I would love to scout out. I might go a third little scout and then we'll see what's going on. Not sure if this is the right call. Could we settle here? We can't get a good settle is the problem. It's very, very mountainous. Yeah, maybe a third scout is just enough because there's just not... At least for now it's enough. There's not really much space where we can actually explore. There's another mountain right here. But yeah, I do believe I want to befriend Shomron and then incorporate it. I will get the extra golden growth. If we could grow quicker, we could get better tiles quicker and maybe get a little bit of production in. Once we have the last of the Great Barrier Reef tiles, at least. Okay, there is a coastal edifice. Gotta keep that one in mind. But yeah, science already looking quite good. that early on. The hollow within a mysterious mound has been uncovered. Its passageway aligned so the winter solstice sun illuminates its inner chamber. Local priestesses decide to be preserved as sacred. Normally I would go culture, but I would like to unlock the Colossus as quickly as possible, because that might open up this spot for fishing key and a harbor. So I will get the 20% culture though for now, because I'm currently not building a wonder. I will get the production extra science just to get everything out a little quicker. I do want a brickyard now to get at least a little bit of production. Yeah, we are on a thin landmass. Shell collectors have found a series of strange shapes beneath the waves. Low stone enclosure crumblings among coral, once used to trap schools of fish with the rhythm of the tides. We will rebuild for that extra growth. So that gives us the last of the Great Barrier Reef tiles. We might want to get the wine real quick once the brickyard is done, although we will grow quicker before then. Maybe I will. I mean, I do have a little bit of gold. I currently don't really have a place to settle just yet. That was really wasted as hell, I just realized. I might just purchase myself a granary real quick to promote growth a little bit quicker, and also then I can get the wine resource with our next growth event. Yeah, I really don't have much place to settle. Yeah, oh, we cannot go up there. That's why I went back, didn't I? No, we will circle around here. We've got our third scout going up there. You can go south. Yeah, I don't think I need a fourth scout just yet. Maybe to scout out that, but we could also get a ship for that. Then again, a scout could give me goodie huts. Potentially. Yeah, there's the... We are playing on huge continents and islands, by the way. Just wanted to say that. There's not a city-state. I really hope it's not going to be an expansionist city-state. It's shocking that I say that. It is not an expansion city-state, which is good because now we can befriend Shomron. I mean, I guess with Shomron befriended, we could... that's not connected. We could settle... If we were to take Kerma... Was it Kerma? It was Kerma. We could settle... that's also a resource. I don't think we'll get a very long Great Wall, but we could settle slightly suboptimal off fresh water. But that could... I don't know, like... Great... That's just... Like, Great Wall around here, unless there's a resource, which very well might be. Great Wall snaking around here to all the way to there. I don't know if we can snake around somewhere around these mountains. We'll have to see. Maybe we can't make a very long connected Great Wall. I will try my best. The dilapidated winery hasn't operated in quite some time, but its cellars contain a trove of untouched jars, ripe for the pillaging. We could quickly get ourselves the fourth scout. It's probably not the optimal way to spend our money, and it's probably a really, really bad way to do so, but I don't need to use my my production then, because like Chang'an really has no production, is the problem. Yeah, this is incredibly mountainous terrain. Goodness me. Yeah, we do want the wine real quick, so now we have the option to build the Colossus. With that little production, this will take a while, unfortunately. We'll go around here, you will move up there. Soldiers have just been here. Yeah, their campfires are still warm, and there are supplies packed in anticipation for their return. However, just now all is still and quiet. We're currently still, for one turn, in a celebration, so I will get the gold. Yeah, I was afraid that this would connect to somewhere else. Workers have stopped mining a quarry for lack of pay. Supervisors threaten punishment, but quickly realize the size of the crowd. Let's first get an altar in, and then we can shave off a couple of turns. Muddying the waters, a wiry senior brickmaker keeps throwing his bricks into the fire, and his colleagues are beginning to whisper about him. But a supervisor notices that the bricks tossed in the fire seem to harden faster. We'll invest in a brick kiln. 9 turns until mysticism, which aligns perfectly with the altar. The question is, what do we want? I mean, City Patron Goddess is always a good choice. Altar receives 1 happiness adjacency for mountains and natural wonders. That would give me 1 extra happiness. I don't know if I need that. Growth, we have quite growth. We need production. We could go fishboat, seeing as many of our cities will be, or settlements in general, will be coastal. Fishboats might not be the worst, although we don't yet have it. I mean, it would make the tiles around... Yeah, I'm really thinking fishboat might be the way to go. We could go wonder production, but I don't think that will help me much. I don't have enough... I mean, Chang'an would not really get anything from like production on clay pits, mines, and quarries. Really, City Patron Goddess or Fishboat Pantheon. If I go Fishboat Pantheon, those tiles would be better. I want to get them anyway, so I think I go for the Fishboat Pantheon. I do believe this, looking at how thin and snaky this continent is, I do believe this is not the worst shout. Devotees have come to see an idol of their faith. The worshippers, many of whom traveled from afar, rejoice in its presence and are generous with their tithes. I will get the gold and the happiness. And there's Seleucia. We would love to have this city-state. Not gonna lie, we would quite like that. There's also Tubman.
Here we meet. And I got it.
So, yeah. That's that, I guess. I will... you know what? No, we can still go for culture. I will get the gold. Oh. Some archers have managed to survive a conflict that bore no victor. They no longer have a flag, but this is the only life they know. I will get the science. I don't really have any need for an archer right now. There's La Venta. I would like to see if that's just a small little island or not. I am afraid that Tubman might go for Seleucia. Although someone attacked you, you might have settled too close. That would be interesting. We could now... Yeah, that's 47 turns. Ooh, that will take a while. I would love navigation. I think I need I'm just realizing I probably cannot get the Great Stele until very late into the game. I might need to build buildings around it, or I might need to place the Great Stele somewhere else. That is a very far away Great Stele, unfortunately, and I don't have a... I mean, I guess if I take that, if I grow to that tile, I could. I'd need to grow to that tile first, though, and that is a very poor tile. I would like to have the Great Stele before the Colossus, because that is just flat gold. But as of right now, yeah, that's that is 35 production. Can I get a... No, I cannot. I need to wait until I grow. That's 3 turns, though. That is okay. I don't believe I will get the Sharukin nor the Gate of All Nations. I do believe I want to go down the Han Civic. Let's take a look real quick. Get the Great Wall. I will get Science and Science Buildings and a Settlement Limit. I will get Influence on the Palace, which always is great, and Influence on Science Buildings, which I currently don't have. I would get 5 Combat Strength when defending on my unique ranged unit and a Culture on Happiness Buildings. And I would get 10% Science in the capital and a Science on... Yeah, I think I will go down the Han Civics real quick. I will send you an Auto Explore now. Although I would like to know where Harry Tubman is. Miners digging for iron have stumbled across a vein of silver. Within the Hollow Mountain, blacksmiths will offer a fair price. I will get the production real quick. You do look like a tiny little island, which is okay. I don't mind that one bit. If we could actually find like some distant lands around here, that would actually be quite good. Because that already looks like a little bit of an inland sea, which I don't like to see. Okay, we can grow. We will grow to here and then place the Great Stele. We want to get the Great Stele first. We could get a library, not though. Yeah, we don't have production. I don't know if we can get any of the wonders we'd like, because we're just lacking production, and that dramatically. We gotta wait and see. Hunters have perfected a recipe for curing meat so that it does not spoil. Perfect for travelers enduring prolonged journeys. I will enjoy the food. I need my capital to grow, and that rather quickly. We're looking at... Yeah, okay, you're still up and good to go. There is Tubman. I would like to see more about this little inland sea bay kind of thingy. I'd had hoped this settler would go down to the south. Oh my goodness, you have explored quite a lot. And you found a wonder.
Ada.
There's Ada.
A pleasure.
Please don't tell me Ada settled that wonder. No, she did not. We could try to beeline it. Do we have a scout close by? Let's send a scout down and give ourselves a settler and see if we can't settle that wonder. They are, at the very least, Ada is pretty close. I don't know where Xerxes is. And, ooh, actually Napoleon has gotten Kerma. That's interesting. So Napoleon is around here as well. The limits of faith. The message of the god of the sea cult spreads with the hunger of a devouring fire. But is it the cleansing flame of purification? Or the inferno of persecution? Division stirs about the form faith should take. What do those of in the god of the sea cult say about those who do not believe? I am in a celebration, so yeah. We could get a free civic. We could get wonder production for every culture. Do we have more cultural city-states? I don't see any. That would still be 5%. I think 5%. We're currently looking at 28. That might need to wait a turn. That's a diplomatic attribute point. But hopefully that actually got that shaved down a couple turns, which does not look like it shaved down like 1 turn. Wonderful. So there's that, I guess. 161. Seleucia still up for grabs. Let's get that. You can continue on auto explore. Ooh, another expansionist city-state. Would love to have that one as well. We don't have the influence per turn, though. is the problem. Fields of rice. The geographers mold a land out of rice, presenting the three-dimensional map of Han territory to the court. Surveying the terrain, advisors wonder what its future holds. Will these borders grow with new settlements, or will power be consolidated in the capital? Prepare for expansion, strengthen Han identity. I'll strengthen Han identity. We do not have much culture as well. Hopefully that'll change once we settle the Grand Canyon, but knowing the AI, there's probably already a settler on its way towards that. Plus, this is a very, very, very aggressive settler. I'll just send you an auto-explorer as well. So we actually might want to go towards discipline real quick. There is my scout. You can auto-explore as well. The fallen dead of a nearby conflict have been left without resting place. A proper cemetery would honor them and draw pilgrims far and wide. I will sacrifice 50 gold for a lot of culture. Because I am currently very... I don't have a very good culture. And even my science game is not the greatest. Then again, Tubman always has an amazing science game. I would like that is much more. That is also good production. As much as I would like the turtles, I need the production. We will get the 15% towards building wonders now, because we are actually building a wonder. I would like the culture and happiness most importantly. We kind of need some happiness. I would love to see what's going on around here though. I know Axamite technology is quite far ahead, unfortunately. You will take that one. That is unfortunate. There's Napoleon. Greetings, greetings, greetings. I hope you are doing well. Is that a good place? Is that the better place? We have a migrant. We could get more production. You will give me 2 extra science though. Although I could get this one, and if I get a Great Wall, yeah, that gives me culture, and it does not remove the warehouse. Like the tile yields, because it's a warehouse building technically. So that is actually not the worst to get. You need to move to the south. I don't believe I can trust anyone here. With that done though, I do believe it is now time to continue with the Han civics. It's the best settlement. That would probably be the safer settle, because it's not as close towards Ada Lovelace.
Ship.
We could also then place Hamonga Maui. We need production desperately. The scientific attribute point. I would love to get animal husbandry to get the saw pit up and running. It would also give me 1, 2. We could settle here. We would settle off freshwater, but the Grand Canyon should give us enough happiness to counter that, and we would be in reach of 3 marble, which would give us, don't know if you see it down there, but here you should see it, 10% production towards wonders placed in grassland, tundra, and marine terrain. So I do think I would love to settle here. Yeah, you are not connected. That is noted. I will also immediately... I can't. I don't have a slinger yet. That might be a problem. How far do you extend? I mean, you have a navigable river. There is that. We probably would like that rather quickly, though. So let's get a brickyard. And maybe a granary up here, so that Seleucia doesn't take it away from me. Yeah, but I do believe you just don't get towards the ocean. I would like to go towards bronze working. I need to save up some money though, because now I do have a ranged unit, so that would be great to have. But yeah, looking at the terrain, this was the right move. And you are at 22. Because, yeah, you already get 12 happiness from just one of those tiles. So yeah, this was the right call. Unexpected real estate. The city planners carefully diagram every sector, candles burning into the night as they decide how to allocate their development budget. Develop rural land or focus on urban infrastructure. 1 gold in all settlements, or yeah, we'll take the gold. I do believe gold will help us quite a lot. We can still get the free settler. The settlement is gone, but the free settler is still there, which is awesome. We could send you to there. 167. We'd need 240. Do we have more city-states we want to befriend? Artem is gone. Shanglei could still have a settlement limit. Then again, well, it's very possible that they don't have that. I think I'd like to have Shomron first, though. So we will save for 240. 1 turn away. This is a very late Great Stele. But if we could get it, that would be awesome.
May the might of the Lord cause no enemy to resist me. No enemy to follow me.
That was a very, very late Great Stele. But I like that we got it. That is great. We might, thinking about it, we might want to turn you into a city though. So we need to save 450 gold. That is absolutely something we might want to do. We have now 2 influence on the palace. I will now go towards the last 2. We will again go for the wonder production. Let's get the scout movement. We still have quite a lot of scouts that move quite a long way. We need to connect you. Let's turn you into a city though. Reason being is you have a lot of space to build stuff and you are reasonably far away. I would like a... Do I need an altar? I'd like a saw pit, probably. We should be good for now. Let's get the turtles for the extra culture on warehouse buildings. Now, shouldn't the Reward Ages, Council Fortification does not remove the warehouse, so you're technically not a warehouse building then. That's okay. That is okay. We will scout real quick. You might not like me settling where I settled. An especially rich nomad encampment and its sizable herd brings color to the landscape. They are hard bargainers, but willing to make a deal. I'll sacrifice 100% gold for a lot of food. I don't think that is a bad deal. If Chang'an could grow, that is always good. I guess you can just scout around then. There's nothing I'd really want you to go to specifically.
Gaze long into
oh,
the
there's the great hole, great blue hole.
Also into you.
Where is it? Up there. That is an immediate settle right here. You give 2 culture and adjacent marine terrain. So yeah, this is an immediate settle. We might not want to build a harbor anywhere close by, but we can still get one here or there. That is all okay. You could also be you could be a very nice city as well. Realizing you may even be a city more fit for Hamonga Maui. I'm just realizing, say for example, we will build that one here. I wouldn't say no to that. That does mean, however, we do want to befriend Shanglei so they don't hate us. We need 360 gold for a settler, or 6 turns. Yeah, we will wait that. That is okay. Petra's done. I had no hope. We could settle. Actually, we could. That is 16 turns. Hang on. 16 turns. We need how much again? 360. We're currently at once, so 200 gold. We're making like 40 per turn, roughly. So that's like fine. Nah, I don't think that you will be fast enough before I have the money to get that settler. Yeah, I was afraid you were too far away, but when we eventually incorporate Shomron, this might solve that problem. Yeah, you know what? Let's distribute powers to all cities. I do have more than one city now, so that is a reasonable thing to do. Plus, also, I mean, okay, it's 15 turns. That will still take a while. That's the Izirtu's done. Where the hell is Izirtu was? No, that's Laventa. Where was Izirtu? Do I know Izirtu? There is Izirtu. That's the one problem with Isabella, because you're so natural wonder focused. You have a completely disconnected empire.
He heard the...
You were here. I did say you wanted to go there. Do I care for the Great Lighthouse is the question. I mean, the Great Lighthouse would be a free merchant. We should get those. How much did I need? 360, so next turn.
Riches.
Alright, give me a settler, and you will make your way up. That's 12 turns. Yeah, I think... I'm not entirely sure if that was worth it. But it's whatever. But yeah, culture-wise, we have caught up. Science-wise as well. And we haven't built much. Like, that's mostly coming from natural wonders. I do believe I want you in Chengdu, though. Chang'an is pretty alone. I probably should get a boat at some point. And I should probably also buy in walls. Like, say for example, okay, let's plan that one out real quick. We could easily wall around here, go to there, move around here, and then go all the way to there. And then we could theoretically continue this wall to here. That is where this would end. We could also continue this wall around here and then maybe even go all the way to there. It's not really... I mean, if that stops being a tile, this wall forks. So there's that. Yeah, we'll get that one a little bit of extra science. Yeah, we'd need to get rid of Seleucia. I mean, taking over it would not be worth much. And then we could, for example, settle... I don't know. I mean, realistically, getting rid of Kerma would be a good shout if we want to continue the wall. We might just accept the fact that we will not. I mean, that's a good enough wall. We first need the growth and B, the money to get all of those segments anyway. That might be a tough task in and of itself. Okay, you finished the saw pit. You still need more production. I would like a harbor and maybe... Although, would I care about a harbor and a fishing quay, realistically? You don't have much... No, I think I'd much rather... I'll take the altar now. Still, like, the altar is still there, but maybe the altar opens up this piece of land, which would be great. I need to save up money to immediately turn you into a city.
Ship.
You need the production. You really do. We have finished shipbuilding now. I would like to go towards mathematics next. Gate of all nations done. Did I just see that correct? That Tubman built the... That's tough. Okay, the free settlement limit is done. I'll take the army commander experience. That is great. I still like that quite a lot. As of right now, nobody really hates me, and I'm not planning on going to war unless someone declares on me. So Tubman has started on the Colossus. I do not see where. I would assume an Axum, which hopefully means that my one turn will be enough.
He doth bestride the narrow world, and we petty men walk under his huge...
So now, did that work? That absolutely did not work the way I had hoped it would. Okay, that does mean that I will harbor and fishing quay here. It's a little suboptimal, but I guess it's okay. I mean, I guess it is wonders that you can place wherever you want and not the districts. So, fair. How much? 240. Yeah, we will incorporate now. Emil Bell is done. I do not care about the Emil Bell. I would like 850. That is quite a lot. But we have quite a lot of gold, quite a lot of signs, and a lot of happiness. And you are connected. I don't know how you're connected, but you are. 850. That is 840. That'll take a while. A budding friendship. Getting to know an ally creates a monumental shift in the people's understanding of themselves. The large effects on Empire remain to be seen, but change will be a constant. I will take the 1 influence on all settlements. I already have 4. So that's like 7 turns that I just need to wait, and the 25 influence up front is done. There's no wonder around here, I don't believe. I did not see any. I don't know what... I mean, I guess you were just around, running around there. We could get... No, we cannot get Megiddo. Never mind that. We could try La Venta. What was that? Bursa's done. Okay, give me a city. Hamongamau, I would like to build that there. You will give me a brickyard first. You need a lot of gold. Typical musings. A philosopher considers a group of passing merchants, all of whom smile and wave. Considering their similarities, the philosopher plunges into deep thought. The end goal is to be a good person. Does that not make us all Junzi? Does it make us all the same? Each citizen decides for themselves because I now have half price, or like 50% price, on befriending independence. Is there an independent apart from Megiddo that... I mean, I could befriend you with 114? I think La Venta might be a good next friendship. I really hope that with getting Shomron all of these settlements. Oh, that's a problem. You need 7 turns. I really hate to lose the marble. Give me the wonder production. I will take influence on science buildings. No, I'll take the culture for now. So I cannot purchase anything. I really hate to lose that. We could go Great Lighthouse, and I think I'd like Great Lighthouse. We'll need to keep an eye out for that. Would have loved to purchase something for you. I will give you... I mean, if I don't get it, that's okay. I have started with a brickyard here because you need to start on Hamonga Maui, and you need all the gold basically. If I don't get the marble, then I guess that's that. It's not the end of the world. Surely it sucks a bit, but Hamonga Maui is just more important. And Axum has already started with Hamonga Maui, so I guess I will not get that one. I don't see where they got it, but I can absolutely guarantee that I will probably not get it. So I guess
Close
that was
to
a little
the
bit
western
wasted
summit,
money.
There is the dried and frozen carcass of a leopard.
There's Mount Kilimanjaro.
No one has explained what the leopard was seeking at that altitude.
Is that... Oh... Napoleon! Napoleon might be a Sith that I'd like to get my hands on.
An eye for an eye.
What do you say about open borders real quick so that I can take a look at your lands? Because that is a natural wonder. And I would love to have that natural wonder. Plus, it's also a production natural wonder, which is also... All the wonders I found so far do not have a single point of production on them. Which sucks! Do I have a... Where are my scouts? One is here. One is there, the other one is there. I want to send you towards Tubman. I'd like to know where she builds Hamonga Maui. I was afraid that she would get Hamonga Maui. But yeah, we are connected. Lovely. I guess then I shall give you... I mean, that is a lot of production that will go down the drain. No, I don't think I can justify that. I will then rather give you... why can't I build anything here? Why is that not possible? Where do you build? I would like to see where you built that. Do I need maybe get a... I might get a harbor and then a quadrireme. What do you say about open borders? Yeah, okay. There is Hamonga Maui done. That is a shame. Now I kind of wish I had a... I was really damn close, wasn't I? Like, I had a scout right here. I now kind of wish I would have gone with the coast, because just to put that in perspective, getting Hamonga Maui would have meant that we would have gotten one culture and one food on fishing boats in this settlement. That would have stacked with the 2 culture on adjacent marine terrain, and those are all fishing boats. So this settlement would have been a perfect settlement for Hamonga Maui. And I had kind of hoped with the with the early signs from the Great Barrier Reef that I would boost my way through the tech tree towards navigation, but for whatever reason, Tubman also has had an insane science game so far, and even one that outshines like the natural wonder start that I had. And it is a little bit annoying that I couldn't get Hamonga Maui. That, I mean, that would have been a 3 culture, 3 food, 1 gold, 1 production, and that's without the harbor and stuff. Building a tile, so that would have been an insane tile. Why is that only 2? Goodness me, why the hell is that only 2? Yeah, screw it. Give me that. I need. Why can't I get? That's a shame. It's just currently it's just not working for me. Like, you are working your way towards this no, I do not want to change towards this marble. I would love to have that marble. For whatever reason, I couldn't grow to that marble. And I can already see you just taking it.
He built the tower at Pharos, the greatest and most beautiful work of all, so that a light might shine for sailors far across the sea.
There's the Great Lighthouse at the very least. I would have easily traded no, I do not want to trade with you actually. I mean, I guess we've easily traded that for the Hamonga. There it is. It's a little unfortunate. I'm currently not building a wonder, am I? Can't build one here, so you can give me the. Why can't I build that library here? Because it's not connected. It's a problem. I will get the saw pit. Yeah, we might need to destroy this. You're also not building. Yeah, I'm currently not building any wonders we can get for the culture. Give me oratory. Maybe then just go for. I don't have settlement limits. Is the problem. Go for his lands. I mean, there's another wonder. We'd like to have that one. We could. Is Sivash still? Yeah, we could befriend Sivash. Let's befriend Sivash. Tubman. I didn't really want to go to war with anyone. I mean, yeah, there's a natural wonder, so that seems kind of natural. I don't know if Hamonga Maui is worth enough, but it is. Oh, it is. Is it like interesting how it always seems to be Tubman? Let's get the library here then. That gives me like Tubman or Amina. These always seem to be the 2 that give me the most trouble. Like to make my way towards this. Give me a library for here, and then we can go like harbor, fishing quay, and maybe like a granary here. A little bit of extra science. I might want to keep you around just in case I do want to go. We could get like a double attack on Axum here. I really don't want to go. Well, that means you can just explore wherever you want. Lafayette, yeah, okay, Colosseum, don't really care about the Colosseum.
There is
once you've done with that, the Academy, right? Yeah, your production just. I mean, I guess it was a lost cause from the beginning, because the production here just really sucks. Have a quarter with an academy and an amphitheater, or an academy and a blacksmith. Do we build the blacksmith? We build a library. We do not yet have a blacksmith, don't we? That's a villa. That's a blacksmith right there. Ooh, yeah, you have. We could go Shidafu. Let's get the Shidafu. I want to see what they can do. Once we have finished the library, that is. Lafayette can start. Yeah, sure, whatever. We can do that. It's far away is the problem. Let's go mathematics first, and then we'll see what's going on. Sure, I might as well trade with you. Let's get a little bit of extra gold and a little bit of, what is that? 4 golden cities, 2 science and towns. We'll gladly take the science. We might need an army. Like I said, I would love to have Mount Kilimanjaro. A matter of numbers. 2 scholars journeying along the Great Wall debate the first chapter of their next mathematical treatise. One declares that the relation between a circle's circumference and diameter is their most remarkable discovery. His friend pushes back, arguing that negative numbers have more important application. I will get the number system. I would like to get towards mathematics as quickly as possible so that I can beeline towards ironworking. And maybe get like some cavalry out and go for Jayendranagari. And then Sung Treng. I don't need Yasodhapura actually, I just need those 2. So yeah. Ban Zhao. Activate on a constructible with a great work slot to grant a codex called Book of Han that grants 2 culture. Let's slot you in as well. And I think I can re-slot you to Pangcheng. Because I have the feeling there might be more of those. Mausoleum would be funny as well. We could try. That's a 75 though. But you might be able. That's just a 17 mausoleum. And that would be a militaristic point. Although I can already see that this is another game where wonders are just not in my favor. I'll keep you for now. That's Angkor Wat done already. Ouch. The Spearman. Queen of 2 crowns. Isabella hears the call of the divine more in silence than in language. She holds the world in her hands, contemplating where she will be called to seek its future. On the sea, across the land. Yeah. Take a little bit of extra science. You can do that. There's my Spearman. Maybe Chengdu's made.
There is Jion.
Can I please give you... Why can't... Oh. I mean, I guess I can... I could give you... Barracks? And now I can get it. Wonderful. Okay, so that is safe. That is lovely. You might be... We might push you towards production. And then... You're building me some units. We finished with that. We want to go ironworking. I don't think you can... I mean, you could give me the Great Library. Could you... But, I mean, look at that production. This is... horrible, is that? 32... You probably can't even make, like, good units. I might just accept the fact that I won't get the Great Library. We'll get the unit maintenance, though. That's the Oracle done. Goodness me. I have 3 at the very least we have 3 altars now, so that should give you a little bit more production on the fishing boats. You just need the growth now. It's all is just slowing. Let's try the Great Library while we wait until we get the blacksmith. We need a blacksmith and an academy. Say the academy here, for example, and where is the blacksmith? Also here. That's probably not the best blacksmith, so we might want to wait till we make that decision. but having that one would not be the worst idea. Maybe. Who knows? Like we're just middle of the row everywhere. I would love to have that last tile though beforehand. A little bit more happiness, a little bit more culture, a little bit more gold. And then it's definitely time to go for the marble resources. But you need, like, you need food. You need food, you need product, you need everything. I don't know, how do you exist? Oh great, and Xerxes starts to not like me. Let's get the war support, infantry unit, range and siege. Yeah, let's get the war support. I might real quick give you walls just in case there's a war. Coming my way. Maybe. I have 3 camelry, so ships of the desert. Camels are ungainly, pungent, and uniquely disagreeable. Nonetheless, the nomads of the desert claim they can cross vast distances, carrying heavy loads with no need for water. If true, the desert may not be so unknowable as once thought. Ignore the smell of and cultivate camels. We'll try. Can we trade for camels? Megiddo has camels. We could send one to Megiddo. Give me a quick merchant. I think that's all the camels I can currently see though. There's another camel. I don't want to settle there though. Just for the camels. You need the food. I will save my money real quick to purchase all the stuff for Chengdu. I think I will also, once the spearman is here, get them out so that I can fill this command up with cavalry unit once they're done. They are closing, so we could now get the... Was it a blacksmith we need? Academy and blacksmith, yes. Blacksmith, there's an 8. I mean, I guess you are the best from all the free tiles. 1,000 gold is problematic though. Could go... it's production for infantry units and ranged units. We're not planning on building infantry or ranged units. Do I need to start denouncing you? I might need to start to denounce you now. I might also want to befriend. Can we get like open? You reject that? This is just perfect. Can I get some open markets with you? Why the hell did you denounce me? I denounced him, right? Yes. Hostile, friendly, neutral. Why is there a denunciation on her? There, actually. Did she denounce me? Why did you denounce me? No. I'd love for you to be my friend. Common strength against independent powers. I don't really know if I need that. I'd love to get the monk's mount. I doubt I will.
Thou ever restless
Oh, Bermuda Triangle.
God's
Where is it? Up there. I mean, can we settle that one? We can't. Oh, I mean, we could here, and we could get 1 tile. What's the price of a settler? 520 or 10 turns. Yeah, we'll wait a turn. It is just 1, but all we need is 1 tile. That is the good thing.
Better it is for every man to avenge his friend.
Okay, there is the mausoleum. Theodoric. That is a... give me a settler real quick. That is a militaristic attribute point, so that is 1 extra war support. If we could trade, but a trade merchant costs 400. If we could trade, that would be great. I will slot you out. Like so. I really don't need a war against Xerxes now. That is really something I'd like to prevent. 400 flat. Why do y'all want to denounce me? Mosey, activate in the capital to immediately add 1 population. I mean, sure. Why not? I would like a merchant, preferably before you declare on me. Realistically. I might also need an archer. Sparta, go for it. What's the price of an archer? Can't say yet. Great. That's 2 camels. How about... Can I reconcile? Still in cooldown with this leader for... Why is that... I have not once reconciled with him. Why is that on cooldown? I did not reconcile. What's the price of a 200 flat? That's doable. What the hell? Why not? Why? Because Artem. What do you say about open borders? Thank you very much. Terracotta army's done. Let's trade. Look, I'm trading with you. Why do you hate me so much? With fewer trade routes than... Oh, that might have been a mistake. Endeavor with another leader, settled to close, borders touching, won the race with suzerain, leader agenda. Well, that was a mistake. Shen Buhai. Activate in the capital to immediately trigger a celebration. I still am in a celebration, so we'll wait on that. I could really use...
After the...
Not war. Please. I want to go against Napoleon. I don't have time for a war against you. The mausoleum, that's 20 turn. Can you build the mausoleum at Halle? That's 12 turns. Sure, give me the mausoleum at Halicarnassus, please. That would be awesome to have if I am planning on going to war. Let's go that way. Preparing for the walls. What is that? Combat strength for range and siege units. Movement for siege units. Combat strength fortified district. Combat strength for... Is there nothing that gives combat strength for cavalry units? Lovely. Let's get the range and siege units at the very least. I do have a ranged unit in my capital. Not the capital, in my second city. And I do fear that there is a war coming my way. I really, really, really don't want that. But there is nothing really I can do. We could get 3 combat strength for fortified districts. We have surveyed enough, I would say. Let's get guard up and running. So that my Chu Konu has...
The place for the cure of the soul.
Or like more defensive strength. There's the Great Library at the very least. We did get that one. I am surprised that we did. How fast you can build 5-turn horsemen? I can purchase a an academy eventually, 1,000, and I would like to get the horsemen going. At least 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Have we more production for you? We currently do not, so that's probably all the production you can get unless you grow, meaning you need food next. I'll wait until I have the 1008 so that I can finally finish that quest. Okay, we are, however... Okay, started a trade route did give me +10. So we are
The truly
slowly becoming his friend once more. I would like to denounce you again. You still need to stop being my friend. A lot to do with that. You still only have 3 cities. And we really only, like I said, we really... Okay, that's the Monk's Mound done.
bespoke.
I think I didn't want to go for that one anyway. Could go honor that we have that one. Gold for imported resource. I mean, that still gives me medicine, which still would help my units, so I still think that is a good call. Tree of Fortune. Devotees surround a large tree, running their fingers over its rough bark. They believe it is the home of a lucky spirit. Collect tribute fees from believers. Embrace the legend to attract farmers. I will get the food on all settlements. If they could grow quicker, just a little bit quicker, I wouldn't say no. Do we have horses? Actually, could we trade for horses? Seleucia has horses. That's about it. That is, however, I believe, worth doing. I will get myself a merchant. Because horse is more common strength for my cavalry units, which we'd very much like to have. Plus, I still technically need so many resources. Oh my goodness, please. Seleucia. Izirtu is also... We might need to get some merchants in soon. That is pretty much the sun. I just accept that we will probably stay with like 1, 2, 3, 4, with 5 wonders this game. We still, I believe we still can get like a science golden age. That is possible. Military golden will be difficult. 1, 2, 1. I hope we can get to that milestone. Economic is, I hope, possible. I am not sure. You will go into the army commander. You still hate me once again. Can I reconcile with you now? You accept the reconciliation. I like that. Alright, there is the golden age. At least one. And we are at the crisis. Power at the center. At the heart of civilization, the capital city radiates authority. Banners bearing the sigil of empire flutter atop monuments to the power of a people united. Yet other settlements distinguish themselves, and as their stars rise, citizens question their place in this larger community. Does the empire truly represent us all? That's the question now. You've just finished also the academy. You've basically finished all I wanted you to build. Could go lighthouse now for a little bit more of that. There's another. I mean, we don't really need any relics. That is probably not the best idea. We're making okay-ish. Okay, sure, why not? We probably don't need any more like great works.
Skill.
I would really... Can we build this? Is that one still up for grabs? Not here. It would be up for grabs. I'd love to have horsemen though. That's Weijang Palace done. I need to wait for 1008 though. That is something that I need to do right now. Production military. Yes, production military buildings. Actually, that we have wasted a lot of production here.
A vast tomb lies over me in Halicarnassus, of such dimensions.
Okay, that is actually
of
good.
such exquisite beauty. as no other shade can boast.
A vast tomb lies over me. Nice. We love to see that. Meaning we can now purchase the academy. Efficiency in numbers. Mathematicians and engineers managed to develop a method of using hydraulic power to operate the bellows of a furnace. Such a canny refinement of process will certainly result in more efficient yields. 2 production of a blacksmith. Hell yeah. What's the price of a horseman? 480. We can do that. We're currently not building a wonder. We will eventually at least try to. Let's get food in settlements. They need to grow. Oh my goodness, I cannot tell you how much they need to grow. Oh, lovely. We need 4 turns. We might just purchase the last horseman. And then just purchase horsemen from there. I think that is a good plan. So, yeah, like, I did wanted to purchase more walls. As you can see, that worked absolutely phenomenal. Ooh, yeah, we completely forgot about Shambuhai. Zhang Heng, activate an academy to grant 4 science to the building. Sure thing.
He was the first to construct a wall, 80 miles in length, which was to separate the barbarians.
Alright, I would love to repair to repair the granary. I would love a horseman first, though. Okay, that we are done with only future tech now. I would also love walls. Decisions. I will take the horseman. You will settle here. You are actually connected, which is wild. I don't see a way that you are connected, actually, but I will give you a quick harbor. And then we can eventually work this tile. That has made all of my wonders better. Okay, the horseman in. Then 1 more horseman. And we will... Ooh, we need to be quick about that, though. And then we will make our way towards Jayandarangari. Okay, yeah, you are building. I doubt I can... Xung Kwang, activate in a city to add 1 science to all codices in said city. Chengdu can have a lot more codices. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Like so. We might not get that one. That's okay. I think we now... Yeah, that was darn quick. I will repair the granary real quick, and then we need gold. Let's get a market afterwards, and maybe some bridges? I mean, I would still like... that is just a harbor. I would still like the fishing quay. And then maybe an ancient bridge right here. Because we do want to purchase some walls at least. Where we can, that is. Like, for example, here. A wall is 240. Fortunately, they don't give gold, so we can't really stack them. I would like to befriend you.
The dog.
Okay, I did wanted to get medicine. Let's get rid of tool making in favor for medicine. I'd also like to see if you would like open market and farmers market so that I can maybe push you over to be my friend. You are... Oh no, you are at war with Xerxes. I should have looked that one up. This mastery, I guess. I still need to denounce you, Mr. Napoleon, because... yeah, you have stuff that I kind of, sort of want to have. Finish the lighthouse. A market would be great for you. You just grant 4 science on the academy, which is great. We are good.
Do nothing.
I don't know how we are good, but we are good. Han Fei. Activate on palace to add 3 science to the building. Lovely. And next turn, when the celebration is over, we immediately start another celebration. I don't know how the hell we did that, but I guess we did. Just kind of shame. I still have my my unique person. We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more resources. I can potentially get more Great Walls, and I eventually want to get to here as well, so we can get that one. Broken borders. The empire fractures as once loyal settlements seek their own path forward. Laws and customs, symbol and pageantry, they are no longer sufficient in holding society together. What was once a shared identity forks like a river, and its currents bear many beyond political borders. They pledge themselves to outside powers, seeking new threats of connection and aid in extracting themselves from their former state. Also, unique wonder, layers upon layers of brick and stone fortify the second Great Wall. An immovable force, a reminder of the lengths the Han will go in order to protect its residents. Extend the walls, or build a garrison to watch over the walls. I'm purchasing walls, so I will get the ranged unit production, I guess. I think my cities could hopefully tank the happiness penalty. They should be able to. We are closing in on being very, very aggressive. Let's go to here, because that means another Great Wall segment is done. Wish they would give gold. Like if we could power through them with their own, like if they could purchase, pay for themselves. I guess the word I was looking for. Ah, that would be nice. Are you allied with anyone? Neutral, hostile, helpful. Yeah, that's a problem. That is a very, very unfun problem. We're looking at... You're done. I probably, after that, need to continue building up horsemen. Just so that I can keep them coming. Yeah, you give me a lot of science on all of the relics, not relics, great works of writing equivalent. You finished the market. I guess having more influence would not be the worst. We could trade, hang on. Guthuda, Roma, actually. We need to trade with Roma. What's the price of a merchant? 560. Next turn we might want to purchase a merchant, because Roma has camels and we need 1 more camel resource to get stuff. So you shall give me a merchant real quick. Utahati. What are they doing? Utahati. Khmer, unique combat, higher combat strength, but slower movement, immune to flood damage, ignores zone of control. 35 melee strength versus my... Is this a horseman? Tier 3 cavalry, 30. So they have the same combat strength. Laosi. Otzi. Activate on constructible of the Great Work slot to grant a codex called the Tao Te Ching, and that grants 2 happiness. Oh, and you do have quite an army.
Go.
Okay. If I were to unslot my units here. Changing formats. The young scribe presses her stylus into the clay tablet. She's the first of her people to commit this particular tale to text, though not everybody sees this progress as positive. I actually don't really care. I think I'm finished. Oh no, yeah, we still have a lot of culture to go for. So that was actually not the worst idea. Let's get a bit of salt. I want to trade with Aroma. We do not have... we have 2, so we have more combat strength, which is great. How are we looking? One more turn? Sure. It is looking at how we are at 90%. It is now or never. Let's give ourselves some boost. In we go. And we could plunder the trade road. Or we just go all out. And see how bad the counterattack is. I am a little bit afraid of said counterattack. But you will finish that, dude. We can send you to the front line. You need 8 turns. That is unfortunately quite a lot. You can real quick wait up. Paradigm shift. As settlements drift farther and farther from the Empire's core, the capital falters and its banners lie limp. Once the city held civilization together, now it sits as a vestige of broken bonds and archaic union. But smaller hubs find voices that grow ever louder, proclaiming the singularity amid new communities based not on tradition but customs, belief, economy, and identity. Can we get ourselves some great walls? Right here, I do want to go that way first, so we will give you another great wall here. You set... Ooh. What's the price of a unique 200 flat? Yeah, we need to keep that in mind. My capital can tank 100. I hope. Ooh. That hurts. That really hurts. We can level you up though. We do want to go down the cavalry road. And then force it in. Yes. We will keep the settlement. We at least have one now. We might need to send a ranged unit in to give that a little bit of ranged protection. The repercussions might be difficult. Let's repair the academy. I don't think I will get... Ooh. Ugh. 31. Ugh. 31 is disgusting. I would love for you to heal up. We'll see if that was a mistake. You need 7 turns. I can send you in. I need those archers dead effectively. We can give you... Okay, so now these should have a little bit more combat strength. 35 base, but we get horse resources and shock tactics on it. That archer needs to die. You might get killed from that. We could also go for this guy real quick and see that he actually gets taken care of. You will give yourself defenses again. I will make we'll make our way down to there, whatever that is. Sure, you will stay. I mean, we have one of these tiles, so we get the boost to all of our wonders. I need... Oh... Can we heal you a bit? And send you in. Yeah, we need to be smart about that. We do have medicine already, I believe. Yes, we do. We could get the resource capacity in cities, which I think I'd like to have. You will not survive another attack. So I might send you in and I will send you out. And we'll just build some fortifications. Or at least we'll try to. You can give me a villa for a little bit more influence. Because influence is what we need to get warriors onto the enemy. You can move towards the front line. That is okay. That is absolutely fine. Mencius, activate on the science building to receive a random free technology, which is a future tech, which gave me cultural. I had hoped about militaristic, not gonna lie. We might lose a couple of units here. Okay. Yeah, you are a problem. That's 10 turns. We circle back to heal. You should not be able to tank too much. 5 turns. Heal up as much as we can. You as well. I mean, you will get attacked twice if I move. I just need to keep the city. I doubt I will get Stung Trang, but if I can keep you, you just need a couple more turns. How can I do that the smartest? Technically, those guys need to go, but my units are pretty dead. I could. That is a very heavy sacrifice play, but I could try and gamble for the win. But then you will run in, and I do not have much to counter. I will move to here and start fortifications. A petition! The people of neighboring Kohaito. Where the hell is that? Where is Kohaito? I do not care about Kohaito. I truly cannot express how less I care about that. Production towards training infantry and ranged units. Production towards culture building, science building. There's nothing. Let's get honor just in case enemies roll around that way. Ships of the desert. Though ugly and difficult to manage, camels turn out to be the ships of the desert. Upon their backs, the people move like the nomads. And from desolation, a vast highway emerges in the empty quarter. From the backs of camels, the seas of sand look newly rich with opportunity, a little bit of happiness. Can I give myself more? Nope, I cannot just yet. I can give myself more walls, though. Like so. I'd love to get more walls here as well, but I need to actually save up my money. Get the camels in. How many? I need one more resource. Okay, let's see if we can't do that. Trade. Izirtu is far away. Shanglei is close. What's the price of a merchant? 600 or 6 turns. Yeah, no. We will need to wait for that. Okay, let's see. How bad is the repercussion? You fled, which is phenomenal. And I cannot express how good that is for me. 4 more turns. Continue your health. Those might hurt though. Okay, just healing. Just a little bit of healing. Ever so slightly give me a heal. What are we looking at? That hurts. Okay. First of all, 8 turns. I'd like to have a merchant. Second of all, build up fortifications, I guess. Maybe. Can't get to there. Can get to here. Not sure if we can build anything here. Another horseman on our way. That hurts. Yeah, these archers technically need to go. I need more health for that though. Do you just continue? The question, okay, you will probably not survive another round. I think I'll have you swap and continue with that. Okay, you will go to Shanglei. That was close. Please. Nope, that did not do a damn thing. Why are we still on one turn? I have a very, very bad feeling about this. Okay, what are we looking at? Do we have another one in... We do have another one in the chamber. We could get the kill here. That is pretty much guaranteed a sacrifice. But maybe it gives one of these an incentive to not attack the city center. That worked perfectly. Because now we have reinforcements here. Meaning I can slot you in, I can slot the reinforcements out. I need an attack on that dude. That is such a bad move. We will just attack you once. We can move to here though. Get rid of that guy so that they stop doing stuff that I don't like them to do. You will do that. This is the last we need for this golden age. We are sitting on an economic golden age and a scientific golden age. We would have needed one more. Actually, that's getting that settlement would have been the smart move to do. Oh well, I guess that was my mistake. I see if I can shoo this army commander away. That horseman can stay where it is. I know what it does. That's one other horseman dead, but that's okay. Can I... Hang on. Okay, yeah, I will... if I could get... Can I get Stung Treng? Yes! That is the best outcome. That is so the best. I don't know why there is no what's it called? No heals right now, but maybe I need to first accept. What do you do? Shangjiang, activate on palace to add 3 influence. Sure thing, buddy. You need to heal. I will give myself the iron. Okay. Above the law. The law cares nothing for status or family ties. Even while politicians beg for its mercy, punishment must never be biased, and Shang Yang feels it keenly. If he cannot stick to his own convictions, what does that make of him? Arrest the familial traitor to keep the bounty, or keep the familiar traitor as a spy. I'll keep it as a spy. We shall do a repair. And then we're looking at the good milestone here. We're one short of that golden age, but 2 other golden ages. All in all, that worked somewhat good. I would like you out here. I would like you out here. You have to go in there. You will stay where you are real quick. If I give you... Hang on. If I give you a brickyard and a harbor. Yes, that did connect you. Which is very much in my favor. I'd also like to repair everything for you, so we're all in all somewhat rather happy. We could think of finishing him off in the next age before he can piss off to the distant lands. I do believe I would like to give you a ranged unit for defense, and can we get some walls here? We could get some walls here. Let's get some walls up and running. Like so. You can give me an amphitheater. Yeah, you can't build any. Let's give you some normal walls as well. Move to the front line. Move to the front line. I'd love for you to have walls 1 turn away. That is okay. A little bit of extra science, which doesn't do a damn thing, but whatever. This actually worked out very, very nice. So we have access to, I believe, all the wonders, the natural wonders that we can get. This is a little disappointing, but at least we got 1 tile. At the very least, that. Diplomatic, I mean, sure. We might get some more in the next age. The coming of dawn. The world has settled into new order, and in the wake of unrest, borders have been reforged and political bonds redefined. The old world's models of authority have broken beneath the weight of progress, and the very nature of empire transforms into a new age. You will also move along. I will just use you now. We couldn't use all of them, but the ones we did get, they were quite nice. And thus the Antiquity Age comes to an end.
It was a road of delicacies and lustrous metals, and for the Han, a path to boundless fortune.
Yeah, and as you always see Tubman at the top. Like, she has an amazing game. But I'm not too sad about my game either. Sure, the Wanderers one is a little bit sad, because still I would have loved to have Hamanga Maui. But oh well. Now it's time to get as much culture as quickly as possible, so that we can get the key wonders of the next age. And I would love to make the city next to the Grand Canyon my capital. We will go Ming, for obvious reason. 50% science in the capital, but minus 15 science per turn for each social policy slot, but not tradition slotted into the government. That might be a little bit painful. Maybe.
Meaning the bright, beautiful, or shining. The Ming dynasty radiates at the heart of the world.
But that's something we'll figure out next stream.
Farmers and kings. The Ming concentrates its focus inward, bringing all that is worth having to the center, intensifying its beauty and radiating it outward.
I mean, we should get a lot of culture and science just from the wonders we're currently working.
And shine.
At the very least, that should be the case. And as we take a look, we have 5 natural wonders. 1 is here, 1 is there, 1 is here, 1 is there, and 1 is here. Yeah, look at that. But Tubman has an insane amount of culture already. That's something we might need to keep in mind. But anyway, as always, with the end of the age, we have reached the end of this stream. I hope you had a wonderful time. If you want to rewatch any of my streams, you can check out my VODs channel. And to everyone else, I will see you in the next one. What type of map is that one? This is a huge continents and islands map. I hope that answers the question. Yeah, like I said, see you in the next one, and bye!